Welcome, electronic video guests, to the outer limits of the trading card hobby TTM. Through the mail, we seek to have the famous and the infamous sign the trading cards and photographs we send to them through the mail. Today we have 10 such specimens to examine. 10 trading card autograph request return specimens to examine. And we will be examining these in minute detail. So if you like seeing envelopes being cut open, you've come to the right place. Sit back, relax, get ready to enjoy the fun. Presented to you from the worldwide YouTube video airfill. How about that video, electronic video guests? We got us, what is this? We got us a late Saturday night, Sunday morning TTM special. Saturday night and Sunday morning, that is appropriate. If you're one of the many who labors all week just hoping to get a nice little break on the weekend to try to find something meaningful to do with your life, if it seems like you were just put in this world to labor for the benefit of others and you just hope your weekend can provide some fulfillment, Saturday night and Sunday morning, that's perfect. Remember that old British film, Saturday night and Sunday morning? That's the perfect thing. Saturday night and Sunday morning. That was one of the angry young men films. Those were a staple, that angry young men genre, a staple of limey literature, theater, and cinema in the 1950s and 1960s, about the disaffected working class who live for the weekends and then make an even bigger mess of their lives, of their aimless lives on the weekend. And Saturday night and Sunday morning starred the great Albert Finney as the angry young man. But anyway, that's you. If you're having one of those angry young man weekends, a Saturday night and a Sunday morning, you try to live your life and it turns into a disaster. Well, hey, let's have a Saturday night and Sunday morning TTM special. How about that? And when we get done, after our last video, we were trying to give away some cards. Nobody got the answer right. Let's try to give them away again. We'll tell you how you can win this Pat Sheridan autographed Donruss card and this Max Clark draft night card. So after our TTMs, we'll try to give these away again. But let's get started on a Saturday night, Sunday morning TTM special. TTM number 1. Coming to us from Atlanta Metro. Look at that fancy postmark, too. I don't know what that's supposed to be, but it's very fancy. Coming to us from Atlanta, Georgia. Let's see what we got. TTM number 1 on a Saturday night, Sunday morning. Looks like we got our card. Oh, cards and a note back. Look at these beautiful 1969 Topps cards signed by Mr. Jim Brittain. Check those out. Old Jim is now 79 years old. Look at that sweet old Topps card. Isn't that a beauty? Jim Brittain. Pitched 3 years for the Braves, 1 year for the Expos. Career record, 13 wins. 16 losses, 4.02 ERA. He did have 3 career shutouts, which is one more than legendary Hall of Famer Jacob deGrom. Brittain's father suffered a fatal heart attack while watching Brittain bat for the Richmond Braves during the 9th inning of a 1967 game in Rochester, New York. The Richmond Braves manager, Lum Harris, told Brittain only that his father had fainted and sent him out to pitch the bottom of the ninth inning. Can you believe that? I mean, come on. That's almost unbelievable, but that is a true story. Anyway, after recovering from that craziness, after his baseball days, Jim Brittain actually became an FBI agent. But how about this? Jim Brittain, 1969 tops. Excellent. I don't need two of these. Why don't we throw one of these Jim Brittain cards in with the Sheridan and the Max Clark? What do you think about that? Let's put one of these in. We have 3 cards to give away: a Sheridan, a Brittain, a Max Clark. We'll tell you after we get through our TTMs how you can win that. Let's see if Mr. Brittain answered any of our penetrating questions on the note. Oh, let's see here. What did I ask old Jim Brittain? Did I ask him about the FBI? I said, yeah, any favorite teammates on those old Braves teams? So that looks like Gary Neibauer and Bob Tillman. I asked him, did you think Lum Harris was a good manager anyway? Yes. I heard you were an FBI agent after your baseball days. Did you catch any famous criminals? Caught a lot of them before they got famous. Okay. Special Agent Jim Brittain, thank you, sir. Very happy you signed those 2 cards. We're going to give one of those away. That is fantastic. We'll be giving away one of these with our Pat Sheridan autograph card and our Max Clark draft night card. Stay tuned to see how you can win. And now it's time for our subliminal message. This stuff right now is burning into your brain. You'll have no choice. Your free will be overridden. You will obey what is now being burned into your subconscious. All right, let's get on to our next TTM. This one coming to us, Richmond, VA. Let's see what we got from old Richmond, VA. What do we got from Richmond, VA? Oh, what do we got here? Oh, we got one of our 1997 Score football cards. This one beautifully signed by old Brian Still. Check that out. Look at that sweet old scorecard. Brian Still, 49 years old now. Look at that. Got a little bit smeared, it looked like, but still very nice. Thank you, Mr. Still. MVP of the 1995 Sugar Bowl. He had a 54-yard TD reception and a 60-yard punt return for a TD, helping the Hokies beat the Texas Longhorns. He was then the Chargers' second-round pick in the 1996 draft. He had very limited success in his 3 years with the Chargers. Caught 83 passes for 1,181 yards, 14.2 yards per catch with only 2 touchdowns. Brian Still, hero of the Virginia Tech win over Texas in the 1995 Sugar Bowl. Thank you, sir. Really appreciate that. Let me take a moment here. I got to get a little beverage here for my throat. Oh, that tastes good. That is a extra special national championship Coca-Cola. I'll tell you what, that national championship flavoring really adds on to that Coca-Cola better than a cherry Coke. That 2023 Michigan National Championship flavoring makes that Coke taste extra delicious. All right, get you a can if they sell any where you're at. All right, now we're ready for our next TTM. This one's got that, we can see that fancy stamp a little better on here. It looks like a little Christmas tree. This one's coming to us from Spokane, Washington. Feels like we got a little extra in there. I got to be careful how I cut the end of this note, or end of this envelope. Gotta be very careful. I don't want to damage what's ever inside this. Let's see if we got. Oh, looks like our note just folded extra long. And we go. Oh, two beautiful Topps cards signed by the old New York Giant, Dan Dornink. Look at that. 1979 Topps cards. Those are beautiful. Dan was a pre-med major at Washington State. Check him out. Look at that. 67 years old. These are his Topps rookie cards. Dan Dornick. Look at that beautiful signature. Look at that. Dr. Dan he put on there too. I guess he went on and finished his medical degree. Yes, he surely did. Running back at Washington State. The Giants' 7th round pick in the 1978 draft. Played for them for 1 year, then was traded to Seattle. Played for Seattle for 7 years. Primarily a fullback in the NFL, finished his career with 523 rushes, 1,836 yards, that's 3.5 yards per carry, 15 touchdowns. Caught 209 passes for 2,006 yards, 11 TDs. He had 123 yards in a wild card playoff win over the Raiders in 1984. And yes, sir, got his medical degree and became a doctor in Yakima, Washington after his playing days. Dr. Dan, how about that? Those are a couple of beautiful Topps trading cards, rookie cards. Really appreciate that. Let me see if he put anything on this note. Dr. Dan. Let's see what we got here. He said here, I asked him who was the hardest hitting tackler you played against. Donnie Shell, the old Raider. The best coach you ever played for, either in college or in the NFL, Jack Patera. And he put here, I still remember every play of that game, Dr. Dan. I mentioned that big wild card playoff win. Dr. Dan, thank you, sir. Really appreciate that. That is beautiful. Thank you so much for the note, answering the questions, and for signing these two beautiful Topps rookie cards. All right, let's just keep rolling along. This next TTM, we don't know where in the heck this thing is coming from. That behind all that reached out from behind all that and dropped us off a TTM. All right, let's cut it open. Let's see what the surprise is. Could be from anybody, anywhere in the cosmos. Oh, we got us. A custom art card. I bet it must be a celebrity. Let's flip it over and see if it is autographed. Oh, sweet. Look at that. Miss Anna Lee Ashford. Look at that. That came out beautiful. Do you see that? Man, she is something else. Do you know this young lady? What a fabulous performer. 38 years old. Singer, dancer, actress, one of the great current legends of Broadway. She's been nominated for 3 Tony Awards and 1 for her work in You Can't Take It With You. Probably, if you know her, is from her TV work. She was in Law & Order, Nurse Jackie, Masters of Sex. That's for our card here. She was really outstanding in this show about the Masters of Sex doctor. And American Crime Story. She was on the one that dealt with the assassination of Gianni Versace. She was on a great show called Evil, and she just got an Emmy nomination for Best Actress for her work in Welcome to Chippendale. She was really good in that too. Fantastic performer. Singer, dancer, actress. Very talented actress, especially doing comedy. Anna Lee Ashford. Check that out. That came out beautiful. Thank you so much. Really appreciate you signing this card. Outstanding. All right, we got some good TTMs today. This next one here coming to us from Denver, Colorado. Denver, Colorado. The Broncos just said to Russell Wilson, pack your bags, don't let the door hit you on the way out. And we'll see who's dumb enough to take them on, although it won't cost very much money. We get this card. Our note is stuck in there. The card, look at this. Yet another 1997 Score football card. This one beautifully autographed by Mr. Rod Smith. Check that out. He was some kind of great Denver Bronco. Look at that sweet old Score football card. 53 years old now. Rod Smith played his college ball at Missouri Southern and became one of the NFL's greatest ever undrafted free agent wide receivers. In fact, he was the first undrafted receiver to gain 10,000 receiving yards. He played 14 years for the Broncos, 849 career catches, 11,389 yards, 68 touchdowns, 3-time Pro Bowler, 2-time Super Bowl champion, led the NFL in receptions in 2001, and in the Broncos' 34-19 win in Super Bowl 33, he had 5 catches for 152 yards, including an 80-yard touchdown. Rod Smith, Denver Broncos legend. Thank you, sir. That is a great, great return, Rod Smith. All right, let's see if we got some good, couple good answers on our notes. Let's see if Rod had anything to say. All right, what did I ask old Rod? Any favorite teammates in the Broncos? All of them. Any opposing players you really disliked? None. Hard game. All right, outstanding. That's what it is. He said, hey, it's a tough game. The opposing players are trying to beat your you-know-what, so hey, I respect him. I got nothing against him. Rod Smith, thank you, sir. Denver Broncos legend. Really appreciate that. All right, what else? We got some more TTMs coming up. This one here, look at this. They all got that fancy stamp. This one's coming to us from Boise, Idaho. And we don't get many from Idaho. I don't know. Trying to remember. Who did we send to in Idaho? Boise, Idaho? I don't know. Oh, we got one of our custom art cards, another celebrity autograph. Check that out, Miss Tisha Sterling. Look at that. That is beautiful. She's now 79 years old, actress primarily from the 1960s. She was the daughter of the actor Robert Sterling and the actress Ann Sothern. You remember her? Ann Sothern was quite a big name way back in the day. And in fact, Tisha started her acting career in the early 60s by appearing on her mother's TV series, The Ann Sothern Show. She later appeared on The Donna Reed Show, The Long Hot Summer, Bonanza, and then this card here. This is Batman episodes number 43 and 44. She played Legs, the daughter of Shelley Winters. This is Shelley Winters right here. She played Ma Parker. Tisha was Legs, her daughter. She also appeared in Hawaii Five-0, Columbo, The New Adventures of Perry Mason, and some feature films including Village of the Giants, Coogan's Bluff, and Norwood. Tisha Sterling, old actress from the 1960s. Thank you so much. Look at that autograph. That came out beautiful, didn't it? Man, I love getting those custom art cards signed by the celebrities. Beautiful. All right, let's keep going, man. This is a Saturday night, Sunday morning TTM special. This one feels like it might have something in there, too. It could be just a note folded along or something else. Coming to us from Indianapolis, Indiana. Let's see, gotta cut this carefully on the end. See what we got us from Indianapolis. Is it just our note folded? Yeah, it looks like it's just the note. Card must be in the note. Can feel the card. Oh, I've been waiting quite a while for this one. Check that out. Mr. Kent Benson. What's that say on there? I think that's God bless. Jeff, God bless Kent Benson. Thank you, Mr. Benson. This is his 1979-80 Topps rookie card. Check that out. Beautiful Kent Benson. He inscribed it, gave me a great blessing, and signed his name all beautifully. 68 years old. He's a 6'11" center. Two-time All-American at Indiana, 1976 Player of the Year, and Final Four MVP when he led Bobby Knight's Indiana team to an undefeated 32-0 season and NCAA championship. That is the last undefeated NCAA championship team. Number 1 overall pick in the 1977 draft by the Bucks, but his somewhat limited athleticism held him back from starring in the pro game, whereas in college he could simply overpower smaller players. And he had a memorable NBA debut. He elbowed Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in the gut, and then Kareem punched him in the face. He suffered a concussion, and Abdul-Jabbar broke his hand on his hard head there. He played 11 mediocre seasons in the NBA with the Bucks, Pistons, Jazz, and Cavaliers. Averaged 9 points and 6 rebounds per game. Indiana College basketball legend Kent Benson, thank you, sir. Really appreciate you signing your rookie card. Now let's see if he answers some questions on this note. What does this say here? I asked him about the Michigan-Indiana game in the regular season of that undefeated season. It went into Michigan had a lead. Indiana came back and won it at the very end. He says, I remember that game as if it were yesterday. So do I. Remember Steve Grody missing a free throw that would have iced the game for Michigan. Also a Pistons fan. Later he gave the Pistons some good years. Did you enjoy playing in Detroit? I enjoyed the Pistons very much. Well, thank you, Mr. Benson. Really appreciate it. Again, I really appreciate these guys answering the questions in addition to signing cards. That is outstanding. Kent Benson. All right, what do we got? We still got 3 left on our Saturday night, Sunday morning TTM extravaganza. That's the empty envelope. Now, this one is really thick. What in the heck is in here? Feels like a stack of cards. Maybe you put it in a card saver? I don't know. We know who it is. Old Dick Maloney. Let's see if he signed it. I'm sure he signed it. Is that a card holder? Let's cut it open and see. Mr. Richard Maloney coming to us from Hartford, Connecticut. What did he put in here? What is that? What is all that? Looks like my note. Oh, he put a piece of cardboard in. Oh, very polite. He stuck a piece of cardboard in there to keep everything from getting bent. Looks like he answered some questions on the note. And here is his rookie card. Dick Maloney. Check that out. Old Dick, now 73 years old. This is his 1971 Topps rookie card. He signed that beautifully. Look at that. He only made 1 appearance in the major leagues. That was on September 20th, 1970 for the White Sox against the Twins. He gave up singles to the first 2 hitters he faced, Tony Oliva and Frank Quilisi. Then he got the next 3 outs. That was the only inning he ever pitched in the major leagues. At least he didn't give up a run. And he can say he faced a Hall of Famer, Tony Oliva. Dick Maloney, let me just see if he answered some questions. This might be a record for getting answers on our notes. Oh yeah, I asked him about his minor league days down there in Appleton, Wisconsin. I said, did you like playing in Appleton, or was it too much of a hick town for you? Appleton was very nice to play in. I said, did you meet any friendly girls? The people were great and very friendly. He didn't have time for the girls, apparently. Didn't have time. He was too busy trying to get ready for that one inning he pitched in the big leagues. But Mr. Dick Maloney, I really appreciate. You know, I asked quite a few of these guys if there met any friendly girls along the way, but he's one of the few that answered. I really appreciate that. Dick Maloney, thank you, sir. That is one of our best answers on our notes. All right, so we got two TTMs left on our Saturday night, Sunday morning special. This one here from Salt Lake City, Utah. Who did we send to in Salt Lake City, Utah? Man, I don't know. Whoa, there's another one I sent out I forgot about this from Bobby Holik. Well, that came out beautiful, didn't it? Look at that. That beautiful 91 Topps Stadium Club card. That is a beautiful card. Beautifully signed by Mr. Bobby Holik, 52 years old. Well worth the wait. Big center. This is a rookie card too, I think. Or no, it's not his rookie card. But he's a big center. Came out of Czechoslovakia. Number 10 overall pick in the 1989 draft by Hartford. Played 18 years, mostly with the New Jersey Devil. He had 326 career goals. Best year was 1997-1998 with New Jersey. Had 29 goals that year. Two-time All-Star. Two-time Stanley Cup champion with the New Jersey Devils. His father was a famous player and coach in Czechoslovakia. Bobby Holik. Beautiful. Well worth the wait. All right. Our Saturday morning and Saturday night and Sunday morning TTM special. We're down to our last TTM. This one here coming to us from Sacramento, California. What's our last TTM going to be? We had some good ones on this Saturday night and Sunday. Oh, check that out. That one was, I guess, more initial than signed, but we appreciate it. Darren Baker. Looks like he put the DB on there. Beautiful. His 2022 first Bowman card, Darren Baker. Of course, you know this young man is the son of baseball legend Dusty Baker. He's not a big prospect. He was the Nationals' 10th round pick in 2021. Last season in AAA ball, he hit .273 with 3 home runs, 41 RBIs, and 19 stolen bases. We really appreciate these young active players taking the time to sign and send us back these TTMs. Darren Baker put the old DB on his first Bowman card. Thank you, sir, the son of Dusty Baker. Well, that was quite a good collection of TTMs, I think. What do we got to do before we end our Saturday night and Sunday morning TTM special? Well, let's see. We got some cards we're going to give away. We're adding in a 1969 Topps Jim Brittain autograph card to go along with this beautiful Pat Sheridan Donruss card. That's a 1988 Donruss card. And a draft night card. Bowman draft night card, Max Clark. Number 3 pick of last year's draft. I think he's a top 15 prospect already, according to MLB.com. Max Clark. So these are three pretty good cards. Well, what do you got to do to win all three of these cards? If you remember a few months ago, I've had a question on here. Name a Major League Baseball player who does not have a Bowman, Topps, or Panini card. And at the time, the answer was Jason Foley. Nobody got it. And Jason still doesn't have one of those cards. But I've since found another player. He's been in the major leagues at least parts of the last 3 seasons. He's been in the big leagues for parts of the last 3 seasons. He does not have a Topps, Bowman, or Panini card. Can you name that guy? Of course, there could be another one. Can you name any player who has appeared in the major leagues, has appeared in the major league in a major league game, and does not have a Topps, Bowman, or Panini card? The first person who gets down in the comments field and names a player who has appeared in an actual major league game during the regular season and does not have a Topps, Bowman, or Panini card, you get all 3 of these. I know there's at least one. There could be another one. If you put it down and I verify it, you'll be the winner. But I know that it can't be Jason Foley's. One other besides Jason Foley. Don't put Jason Foley down there. There's one other player besides Foley that I know of that doesn't have a Topps, Bowman, or Panini card. If you can name that person or somebody else who fits the bill, you'll win these 3 sweet cards. All right, that is it. What a Saturday night and Sunday morning TTM special. If you're looking for something to do on the weekends besides watch TTM videos and you know how to read, get over to Amazon.com. Type in this author's name. Type in that book title. This book will come up. The book cover has changed. I changed it up to try to boost up my sales. But, hey, if you like reading about people talking about the Saturday night, Sunday morning experience, the angry young man type of experience where you think you were born into life to just labor for other people's benefits and try to cram life into the weekend. If you want to read a book that kind of takes an in the gutter eye level view of that kind of life, you're not easily offended, you're a big boy, big girl, or a big tranny, then get over to Amazon.com. Type in all that info, buy that book. Do yourself a favor, and me also. All right, that is it. God willing, we'll be back in a couple days with some more. Until then, remember, enjoy the rest of your life.